So the bald head came from Egypt. Tattoos came from Egypt. The Lord said, read it again.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, where ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
We are not supposed to do the things in the land of Egypt, which is where the Israelites were in slavery. Today in America, we are in a spiritual Egypt called America. And we're not supposed to do the same things here. We're not supposed to bald our heads here. We're not supposed to shave our beards here. We still got to keep the commandments. No more tattoos, no more bald heads, and no more bald faces.
Bring it out!
It says make no cuts to the flesh from the dead, right? Yeah, give me 19, I want that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead.
It says we shall not make any cuttings in our flesh from the dead. A lot of our people, what? When our grandmother died, we do what? Rest in peace, grandma. Mom died, rest in peace, Mom Dukes. The homie in the street died, rest in peace, Dante. Rest in peace, Lil Ray Ray. Rest in peace, Cash. We do that, but God said what?
Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead.
You're not allowed to do that. Read, get the baldness again. Jump up first.
Verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head.
So it just said the same thing, just different. It said you should not round the corners of the head. And I'm going to show you why I said that. Because, hold that, go to verse chapter 18 in verse 3.
I'm just trying to figure out why Ashan think it's a big problem. I don't understand.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt.
The Bible says, after the doings of the land of Egypt, read.
Wherein ye dwelt.
Wherein we dwelt, read.
Shall ye not do.
So the bald head came from Egypt. Tattoos came from Egypt. The Lord said, read it again.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
We are not supposed to do the things in the land of Egypt, which is where the Israelites were in slavery. Today in America, we are in a spiritual Egypt called America. And we're not supposed to do the same things here. We're not supposed to bald our heads here. We're not supposed to shave our beards here. We still got to keep the commandments. Hey, what's up, bro? You got a question?
Yeah, respect, Rabbi. I was just wondering, I was talking to a friend of mine. He's the original brother. He's from out of the Congo, but he was raised in Uganda.
You got a brother from Nigeria right here?
Okay. Respect. Blessings. Welcome to Babylon. Welcome to America. And I hope you make it out alive. But other than that, this brother, he's got traditional scarification. Traditional. Not this bullcrap these niggas over here be perpetrating with. Traditional scarification and tattooing on his body and his face and, arms and stuff like that. So would that be an option as opposed to the mess that people, the Generation X mess that people over here doing?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
No, that is not an option because, again, that was a custom that we learned in the land of these other nations. You got to think, Israel was scattered and they had to flee from Jerusalem to where? Africa. They were in the coast of Africa. So when you in the coast of Africa, you what? Migrate with those nations. You learn their customs. So even though our people may be Israelites by blood, but over the time of what? Procreating with the Africans, we learn the African culture. That's not Israelite culture. So those type of markings is not biblical for us to do. That's why the Lord said, don't make any cuttings in the flesh. Period.
So basically, Israelite supersedes ancient African culture, right?
Yes, because there's a difference. Give me that Exodus chapter 11. Who got the Zondervan Bible Dictionary real quick? Yeah, go ahead and get that real quick. Get the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. This for you, bro. And give me Ham. All right, read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Read.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
So again, it says, against any other nation of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. It's not talking about a dog as an animal, because we know animals don't talk. It's talking about people. When you read the Bible, God likens the different nations as dogs. He calls them vipers. He calls them other things when you read the scriptures. So when he's saying a dog shall not move his tongue, it is not talking about a literal dog. It's talking about nations of people that are not Israelites. Because we were what? We were strangers in the land of Egypt. We had to sojourn there. So God is saying the Egyptians should not be speaking against the children of Israel. Neither any nation that's around the children of Israel, shall not move their tongue against us, because we are the sons and the daughters of the living God. Read this.
Against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doth put a difference.
The Lord, the Most High God, puts a difference, read,
between the Egyptians,
or the Africans, read,
and Israel.
and the Israelites. There's a difference. Give me the Zondervan. Ham, read that.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
The youngest son of Noah. Noah had who? Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now we're talking about his son Ham, the youngest son of Noah. Read.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood.
He was born before the flood, right? Read.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
So when he one of 8 that lived through the flood, so which means he had to what? Start a race of people after his lineage, after the Hamites or the Hamitic, where you get Kim. You've heard of Kemet? It's a term of Ham. Hamitic, Kemetic, same thing. Read.
He became the progenitor.
Ham became the forefather of
the dark races.
The land of Ham, Africa. It got changed to the name of Africa. Egypt was changed from Mizraim, or the land of bondage. Read.
Not the Negro.
Oh, read that sentence again.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Ham was the forefather of the dark races. Read.
Not the Negro.
Not the Negroes. So just because we have big noses, big lips, dark skin, does not mean that we are the same as the Africans that are in the land of Africa.
Right.
There's a difference. That's why we read in the book of Exodus, the Lord said he put a difference between the Egyptians and Israelites. The Bible says there's a difference between the Hamites and the Negroes. So like my brother here, who is from Nigeria, he is an Israelite that grew up and was born in the land of Nigeria. He is still an Israelite because that's what his father was.
That's right.
He is not just in Africa because he grew up on that landmass. He is an Israelite. And we like to use the common theme or terminology. If I have an apple seed and I plant that apple seed, if I buy an apple seed here and plant it in China, it doesn't make it a Chinese apple seed. It's still an apple tree when it grows. It doesn't change because I take it to a different land.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we got to understand it's a difference between Israelites and it's a difference between Egyptians.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.